Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Sisterhood podcast, where we encourage, uplift, and remind each other of God's divine plan for our lives. I'm your host, Tiana. Today's encouragement episode is when you're doing everything right and yet things still seem to go wrong. There comes a season when you can honestly say you tried to do things the right way. You prayed before you moved. You waited instead of rushing. You chose that good old obedience over convenience. You were mindful with your words, your actions, your decisions, and still things didn't unfold the way you expected. Doors closed, plans unraveled, progress felt slower than it should have been. And quietly, without saying it out loud, you wondered how doing right could feel so heavy. This is one of the most confusing places to be in faith because it challenges the belief that obedience always comes with immediate reward. Yet, Scripture, lived experience, and the quiet ways God works reminds us that obedience doesn't always change the situation right away. Sometimes it changes the depth of our trust, the posture of our heart, the strength of our roots, long before anything visible ever shifts. It's important to say this clearly. This season is not proof that you miss God. It is not evidence that He is displeased with you. It is not punishment or a season without explanation or a sign that your faith is weak. Often, it is simply a reminder that God's ways are not transactional. We don't obey Him to control outcomes. We obey Him because we trust His character, even when the outcome feels uncertain. At times, doing the right thing leads you into unfamiliar places, not easier ones. Joseph was faithful and still betrayed. Job was righteous and still suffered. Even Jesus walked in perfect obedience and still faced rejection and the cross. Faithfulness has never been a guarantee of comfort. It has always been a pathway to transformation. This is part of the journey where faith becomes quieter, less explainable, less visible. It's where you keep showing up without applause, keep believing without evidence, and keep trusting without timelines. It's where you begin to realize God is often more concerned with what He is forming in you than what He is fixing around you. And at its core, the struggle is not meant to break you. It's meant to anchor you, to teach you how to stand when circumstances shift, to show you that your foundation is not outcomes, approval, or progress, but God Himself. The waiting stretches you. The confusion humbles you. The silence deepens you. And none of it is wasted. If you're in a place where things feel wrong, even though you've been faithful, hold on to this truth. God sees your consistency. He sees what no one else applauds. He records obedience that goes unnoticed. Delay does not mean denial. Difficulty does not mean disobedience. You may not see movement yet, but growth is still happening beneath the surface. Allow this assurance to rest with you. God has not forgotten you. He has not changed his mind about you, and he is not absent from this season. The hardest moments are not signs to quit. They are confirmation that something meaningful is being built within you. Pause here for a moment. Let your heart be still. And trust that even now, God is still at work, faithful, intentional, and present as ever. May the Lord bless you and keep you. Go in peace and be blessed.